Alright, give me just a second, ladies and gentlemen, if you would. 1 second. Just take care of a couple things. And I will be with you in just a second. Give me just a second. Alright, so, we are here. Welcome back, Wavelings. I am the expert, the master of disaster, the one and only voice here, so don't make Scrolla, and we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! So, last time we did... What did we do last time? What was the last set? We did Labyrinth of Nightmare and Legacy of Darkness, I believe. So now, we are going to be doing a Pharaonic Guardian. This is where some of my favorite stuff comes in, if I recall. So, the very first thing, this was a card that I loved using a lot. A Ranger Disruption. I actually owned this card. So, this is your first secret rare. During your opponent's turn, target one basic monster your opponent controls whose attack is less than or equal to their life points. Is it? Destroy that basic monster, and if you do, take damage equal to its original attack, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to damage you took. Yeah. So basically what it does is... It kills a monster, like, if you have 3,000... If your opponent has 3,000 life points, you activate this. Any monster that has that attack less than or equal to their life points, it dies. You take the damage of the original attack, and then your opponent takes damage equal to the damage you take. It's a little risky. It can be risky, but it can also, you know, win you the duel. Now, let's get to the normal stuff, like Behemoth. Garbage. Flat out garbage. This card is flat out garbage. I mean, it's 2200 defense, but you have to tribute for it. You have to tribute for it. That's not, like, when you have monsters that are 4-star 2000 defense, tribute him for 200 more defense is kinda awful. Yeah. Give me just a second, if you will. Alright. Safe Snacks. I don't remember all of these cards. Here's another useless monster you're never gonna use. Immortals? What do you mean, immortals? What are you talking about? Immortals? Soul Eater. I hit the wrong button. You saw nothing. What? Why would you ever use this? 1200 zero? Really? Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. One second. They were immune to crush card space. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that now. Alright, so I'm probably only gonna get through this set. I don't think I'm gonna get through all the sets. Wow. When monster with 1400 or less attack north summon special summon, destroy those monsters with 1400 or less attack. This card must be face up on the field. Yeah. I mean, the odds of... Oh... Wait. Wait. This works on your side, too. Oh. There could be some nasty combos with this. Ooh, there could be some very nasty combos. Give me a second. One second. I am doing a, oh god, yeah, you can't do that. I'm doing some moderation work, so apologies about that. Apologies. This is what happens when you get, a new, server handed to you. When this card is destroyed by battle sent to the graveyard, you can add one Harpy Lady from your deck to your hand. I mean, if you're running a Harpy Lady deck... Are Harpy Ladies even that good? I don't think Harpy Ladies are that good at this, I don't think this is even that useful at this time. Cruel. Oh, it's supposed to be cruel? Why is it spelled that way? When this card sent to the graveyard is resolved battle, toss a coin and call it. If you call it right, destroying one monster on you. I mean, if you're gonna do a gambling deck, you might as well use this. But at that point, why not just use like Manny or Bug, right? At this point, interesting. But yeah, like, why would you want to use Cruel when you know? Yeah, I think just using, Mania or Bug's better than that. Arsenal Bug. That seems absolutely terrifying in an insect deck. If, you know, you keep insects alive. Yeah, it sucks if you can't keep, you know, a whole bunch of insects in your field. Which, I mean, when you really think about it, it's very hard to keep monsters alive in the first place. Oh man, Megan the Aqua, I love this card. It's another 2000 defense monster, I believe. Yep. Oh yeah. As long as this card remains base of the field is treated as Umi. If there is an active field spell of the field, this effect is not applied. So you can treat her as Umi if you don't have Umi. Also, I like her design. It's a very lovely design, if I may say so. This is an interesting water card deck. And 2000 defense is really good, honestly. Granted, you don't get the attack defense increase or whatnot. It's censored. I don't even know what uncensored card is like. But I do remember using her a lot. Hey, control one monster on your opponent's side field and earn back this card's effect is activated. While the control monster attacks can attack your opponent's life points directly. Scary. Scary. If you can get that to work on your turn. I like how it's called Xeno. Why is it called Xeno? Then it's jowls of dark demise and... Okay, sir. That's odd. But I can see this being useful on your turn, but making sure you get this on your turn seems kind of difficult. Just a little bit difficult. Give me just a second. Yeah. Give me a second. Okay, sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Hi, Mirror. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a tribute? If this card destroys an opponent's monster value, your opponent skips their next main phase 1. That means you can't summon anything on that turn during the start of the turn, huh? Yeah, it's a 1900 tribute. Yeah, you can summon on M2, I remember that. Yugioh. This guy sounds familiar. 0-100. This card can attack your opponent's life points directly. Each time this card inflicts spell damage to your opponent's life point, increase the attack of this card by 1,000 during your next scale by base. The attack increase lasts as long as this... Oh. That sounds kinda disgusting if you set it up right. Like, you give it, like, say, Acts of Despair, so it has 1,000 attack, and it gets 1,000 damage. Now it's 2,000 attack, and it attacks again. Now it's 3,000 attack. Yeah. But that also assumes you don't run into, like, Mirror Force or, you know, Magic Cylinders and stuff like that. I mean, it has its uses. Like, this is, like, anti-gravity bind material. Because, you know, gravity bind gets probably are not going to have ways to stop, this thing from hacking. At all. Yeah, back in the day, you would never really play it. Circuit of capitalism. You may act your... It's not what it goes to act life points correctly. Meh. I mean, you can probably make an higher deck based on attacking life points correctly at this point. Using cards from here and, earlier, sets. You probably could just make a I attack your life points correctly type of deck. I don't know how well that would work, but you probably could. What the heck? I think I remember this guy. If you tribute some of this monster by tributing 3 monsters off the field, destroy all spell and trap cards on your... Ugh! Ugh! That sounds absolutely disgusting if you have the right setup. Well, it's still not gonna stop, like, trap hole or, you know, stuff like that, so... I mean, it's not like it's invincible to getting killed, but, like, it's like a way to wipe your opponent's field if you don't have, like, a giant tornado, the other spell card of which I can't think of that destroys all spell the trap cards. What is the name of that? Giant Storm? I can't remember. If that was a rare. Gora Hurl. As long as this card remains face up a monster from an act of 1900 or more cannot declare an attack. Oh. Honestly, this is kinda good for a stall deck. Now, this guy is kinda good in a stall deck. Like, you use this in a burn deck because odds are, your opponent's gonna be using 1900 or higher attack monsters. Until later on, when you start getting, specific with decks like Zombie decks or Gravekeeper or, whatchamacallit? Oh, yeah. This guy, freaking Sasuke Samurai. Is this the guy I remember? I can start the game and stuff, like this card has face down monster, destroy that. Yeah, this guy just says no to your face down monsters. And you don't take any, I don't think you take any damage, right? He's a reference to Goemon. Interesting. But yeah, it's like, I don't think you take any battle damage from this, right? I think you kind of just, you just kill whatever he acts, if it's face down. Poison Mummy. Inflict 500 damage on your opponent. I mean, 500 damage isn't anything. I mean, it is 1800 defense, which is okay. But, like, there's better ways of doing, burn. And if you're gonna be doing a burn deck, you want better monsters for defending you or doing burn. So I don't think you're gonna be using this card like very much at all. Maybe in a zombie deck, maybe. Give me just a second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. With the burn, not hopper burn. Yeah. Dark Dust Spirit. I think this is where all the zombies start showing up, right? Cannot be special summoned. During the end phase, this card's normal summon left face up, returning the hand. For this card's normal summon left face up, destroy all other face up monsters off the field. Yeah, it's the zombie spirit. I just saw the spirit hag. Royal Keeper. If I recall, this guy was okay. Once per turn, you can flip this card in face down defense. With this card's flip face up against 500 hack or 300 hack in defense until the end of the turn. If hack, this effect resolves after damage calculation. This guy was a pain in the butt in a zombie deck. I remember this guy being a pain in the butt, kinda. Yeah. Wandering Mummy. You can flip this card to face down position once per turn during your main phase. After you use this effect, rearrange face down defense monsters. This seems kinda useless, really. Like, this doesn't seem very useful at all, I don't think. It's better now. Great Disarm. I'm gonna have to go down here to read that. When this monster destroys the following number of monsters of the resolved battle, the following effects are activated in order. As long as this card remains face up the field, negate the activation effect as well as spell trap cards that target this card and destroy them. You can special summon one with Zio-Richi from your hand or your deck by tributing this card during your main phase. I mean, you have to tribute for the guy. And he's 1900. I don't think he's really going to be that great. My favorite things to use in my, my Gravity Bind deck. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense. When this card is flip summon, target one monster your opponent controls to destroy that monster. I love this card. You will see this card in my Gravity Bind deck a lot. You will see me use this in my Gravity Bind deck a lot. Because it's basically a reusable Mania bug. And you know, if your opponent can't attack you, you can just kill all the monsters. You know? And if you thought that was good, Swarm of Locusts is also just as good. It's the same thing, but it targets a spell trap card your opponent controls and destroys it. So I love having both these out on the field. I love having both these guys out. Especially if you get like 2 of them out, then you're just wiping their field out constantly. Yeah, you do want the game destroyed, but I mean, that's where you have your like, your trap cards and stuff to handle that. Like, Max Jammer, something who's a bandit, etc. In case you run into something like, say, like Heretical Tribute or stuff like that. Giant Axe Mummy. I don't remember you. You can flip this card, yeah. If the active monster on your opponent's side field got axe this card, and face down defense is lower than the defense of this monster, destroy the attacking monster. I mean, that's not terrible, but like, eh? Yeah, you could just use Sasuke and be like, no. Just no. Just negate it. Or you can use like, Hades. Hades also says no things like that, I think. I mean, Hades is gonna kill it anyways. 8-Claw Scorpion. I like how we get all the Egyptian stuff here. Your favorite meme? We will get that in a second. Alright, so, once per turn, yeah, you can flip it face down. When this card activates down defense monster, this card's attack becomes 2400. Oh, God. It's better against face down monsters. Wait, so if you have it somehow above 2400, does it mean it just goes back down at 2400? I mean, I don't know why you would ever have it above 2400. Here's a guy that I used a lot. Who? Guardian Sphinx? Ah. So you can flip the face down. When this card's flip summon, return all monsters your opponent controls in their hand. I like using this guy in a skull deck. It's a very nice card. It's got good defense. And, you know, it's good for, you know, just getting rid of all of their, monsters. Just clear their field. Oh, really? Worse than the final boss? Because of this stupid effect? Pyramid Hurl. I think I remember Pyramid Hurl. Is this another one of those? Oh, yeah, this was a Sogby deck stable. When this card is destroyed by battle and set in graveyard, you can special summon one Sogby monster with 2,000 less defense from your deck. So, this card can get you some really scary stuff. This card can get you some very scary stuff. And you will see this in Zombie Death's old time back at the day. I don't know if it's still used now, but it's still really good. Yeah, zombies don't really have defense, like, at all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. One second. Zombies like me, yeah, they do. A dice jar. Both players roll a 6-sided dice. The player with the lower result takes damage equal to opponent's result times 500. However, if the winner rolls a 6 to lose it, oh god. I remember using this in a gambling deck. This card is disgusting. Imagine if you roll a 6 and your opponent doesn't. That's just they just ate 6,000 damage. It's disgusting. Or, you know, hopefully you don't, your opponent doesn't roll a 6 and you don't. It's absolutely disgusting. I remember these guys, the burglars. When this card puts spell damage on your opponent spells one spell card from their deck to the graveyard. Yeah, as long as they don't, roll a 6. That card's not bad. Don Salug. So we start getting more monsters that do multiple effects. So when this card puts spell damage on your opponent, you can activate one of these effects, which is discard one random card from the hand, or set up 2 cards from the deck to the graveyard. So this card, it is a warrior, and as you know, warriors do get buffs. They get pretty good buffs. I mean, he's a dark, so he's not gonna get like any earth buffs like other warriors, but like he's still a warrior. He's still, you know, gonna get those big buffs. Yes, Lakuga. Once per turn, face down with this card's flip summon, draw 1 card. Interesting. So you can get multiple cards every turn with this card. This looks like it would be better in a stall deck, but like at the same time, I'm not sure if this is actually that useful. I don't think it was that useful back then. Wait, seriously? That guy has a voice line? Lucio Rixie. Oh my god. That's a lot of hats. He's a huge tribute monster. If I recall, this guy was disgusting. He cannot be normal summon set. This card can only be a special summon for your hand or get by circuiting 1 great card that has revealed Kikisen. You can flip this card and face down to bed, blah blah blah. As long as this card remains face up off the field, negate the activation effect of all spell trap cards that hurt this card destroy him. When cards flip face up, you can special summon 1 zombie. I mean, you have to get Great Discard to kill 2 monsters, which is already going to be a bit of a challenge. So this guy probably isn't that great. But you can get him from your graveyard. It doesn't say you can't special summon him from your graveyard. So, you know, you can probably just summon him from your graveyard. Cobra Man Sasuke. Sakase. You can flip this card, there you go. With this card split face up, look at all set, spell the trap cards on your opponent's side of the field, and return. Meh! Meh! It's not really that great, in all honesty. It's kinda not. Like, okay, you get to see what you have face down, but like, meh? And then we get the books. Book of Life. Target one zombie monster in your graveyard and one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon the first target, also banish the second target. So you're gonna see this a lot in zombie decks. You're gonna see this a lot, because it's just a free monster reborn for zombies with the added effect of removing something from your opponent's graveyard. It's a very good card for zombies. Zombies really get buffed in this set. Book of Yugioh, I think, is flip face down. Oh, flip one face up, down monster on the field face up. Like, meh? And the other one is flip one face up, face down, which is more useful. Got this card to your hand. Yeah. So this one's flip face up, face down. Which, I mean, it has its uses. If you're using, like, say, Magician of Faith. Ah, gotcha. If you're using, like, Magician of Faith, you can just flip it back face down and you'll get a second use of Magician of Faith, which is amazing. I mean, you can also use this to, basically just... Oh, you're hacking my monster? I'm gonna flip your monster face down. It's not hacking this turn. Mirage of Nightmare, if I recall, was a big, zombie thing here, right? Once per turn during your opponent's scale by phase, draw cards and you have 4 cards in your hand. If you do during your next scale by phase after that, randomly discard the same number of cards drew or your higher hand if you do not have enough cards. Huh. Huh. This is banned. This card is banned. Oh, because it probably fires off a whole bunch of... Yeah, it fires off a bunch of dumb stuff. I understand. Yeah. Yeah, I see the problem. Select one face-up monster with attack equal to 1,000 or less on your side of the field. During this turn, this card is activated. The selected monster can attack your opponent's life points directly. Meh? That doesn't seem that useful. Like, at all. Like, it seems kind of like hot garbo. Calling a mummy. I think calling a mummy is the big one, right? Once per turn, you can special summon one zombie from your hand. You must control no monsters to activate and resolve this effect. So, this card is dumb. This card is dumb. Note how it says once per turn. It doesn't say once on your turn. It doesn't say once on your opponent's turn. It says once per turn. Meaning, you can activate this on your turn. It's not banned. It's actually not banned. So you can activate this on your turn. If your monster dies on your opponent's turn, hey, I can activate this on your turn. Also, here's another thing, guys. You can special summon one zombie Do you see where the problem lies? One zombie. It ignores levels. You just special summon a zombie. It doesn't matter if it's like 8-star zombie. You get to summon it if it's in your hand. Yeah, Vampire Genesis. I think he's in a, I don't know if he's in this set or in, a zombie structure deck. Now your player can destroy set spell and trap cards off the field on your opponent's next. Meh. This card is kinda not that great, I feel. It's kinda not that great. Pyramid Energy. Always wanna go. Increase the active all face-up monsters on your side of the field by 200 health and phase. Increase the defense of all monsters on your side of the field by 500 health and phase. This isn't really that useful. 200 attack is nothing. 500 defense is alright, but it's still nothing. It's still not that great. Hunting Mask. When a spell trap card is activated, that targets exactly one zombie monster on the field, and no other cards negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. I mean, I guess this is useful for a zombie deck. I guess, but meh? Yeah, it's too situational. Ordeal of a traveler. When your opponent monster declares an attack, your opponent chooses one random card in your hand calls an item monster. Monster spell a trap, and if they call it wrong, return the attacking monster in the hand. I think I remember using this in my gambling deck. I think I remember using this card. It's kind of disgusting, honestly, because if your opponent doesn't know what's in your hand, it's not banned. It's not banned at all. It can be kind of useful. No, not the camel. At the end of your opponent's turn, destroy the face-up monster with the highest attack on the field. During your own scale 5 phase, you have 4 less cards in your hand. This card is destroyed. It's too high upkeep, you know? It's too difficult to keep that, going. Give me a second, if you will. Give me just a second. One second. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. Alright, so, Curse of Royal. The gate activation effect of spell a trap card that includes the effect of destroying one spell. It might have its uses. It might have some uses. Like, you can use this against monsters. Which, you know, could be useful. There are some monsters there that are very, devastating. And that might be useful. Neo Sealing. I think I used this card. I think I recall using, Neo Sealing. Yeah, I miss. Well, there are 4 more monsters on the field to destroy all face up. I did use this. I remember using this. Because, you know, I used, like, in a Gravity Bind deck, you usually have to face down monsters, right? This was a nice way of clearing out the field if you really needed to. Back then, you didn't really... I think Dark Hole was banned. Or Limit Hit 1 and Raigeki was banned at this point, probably. So you didn't really have many ways of clearing out the field. I mean, you did have Torrential Tribute. But if you didn't have Torrential Tribute, that's like a poor man's Torrential. If this set card gets destroyed, set to the graveyard, special summon 1 Wicked Token. I mean, this gives you an extra monster on the field, but like, you know, just, It's like a poor man's scapegoat. But yeah, it basically, yeah, it's a free special summon. It gives you an extra body on the field. Dark Coffin. When this face down card is destroyed, set to the graveyard, your opponent selects and executes one effect. Discard 1 random card from their hand, select 1 monster on their side of the field, destroy it. This could be semi-useful. Semi-useful. But the fact that your opponent gets to choose what to do, I don't know if it's really, you know, I don't know. I don't know how useful that is back in the day. Neil Wall. Is it banned? What, Dark Coffin? No, Dark Coffin is not. Neil Wall, the sequel to Neil Ceiling. Look at how happy this guy is. This guy's like, yeah, I'm about to get killed. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Why is he so happy about dying? Once per turn during your scale by phase, roll a 6-sided die. Treat your monster card zones as no. Oh, I use this in my gambling deck. I use this in my gambling deck. He's like, yes, I'm gonna get concerned. It's gonna feel great. Trap Dust Suit. Activate only your opponent has 4 more cards in the hand. Let's see your opponent's hand. Select 1 monster card in it and return it to their owner's deck. It did get banned. Interesting. Because you're basically removing a... Yeah, it's not banned. It's not a ban. I can understand why, though, because you're basically ripping a card out of their hand. It's like, yep, you got 1 less card in your hand now. Just 1 less card. Pyro Clock of Destiny. Move the turn counter count forward by 1 turn. The turn in which this card's activated continues as normal. This card is weird. This card is kinda weird. But I think I see a use for this card with something called Final Countdown. If you run this with Final Countdown, it makes Final Countdown kind of scary. I believe this works with Final Countdown. But like, normally this kind of just is not that great at all. Reckless Greed. Draw 2 cards to skip your next 2 draw phases. Guys? I mean, skipping your next 2 draw phases sounds kinda risky overall, I feel. It sounds kinda risky overall. Pharaoh's Treasure. Yeah, you can't activate more than one, but then you're making it so, okay, I draw 4 cards, but now I skip my next 4 draw phases. Oh, is it still just the next 2? Oh. Okay. Shuffle this card face up in your deck. If you draw this face up card comes added in your deck, second graveyard, target 1 card in your graveyard. Shuffle this card, add this target to your... I mean... Also, can I just say real quick, I do like this theme. This, Fires of Hokai. Oh no, this is Emotional Skyscraper. Wait. No, this is supposed to be Fires of Hokai. I have it named wrong, I think. Yeah, I have this named wrong. This could be kind of useful. It's gimmicky, though. This is, UFO Stage 6 theme. Master Kionsi. I mean, this is a pretty decent zombie. 1750 zombie? That's not bad. You know, I wonder if I should have used this in Ho-Ho Fantasy, this song. Uh, 1700 dinosaur. Oh, there's the Byakuran theme. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. And, guess what? Here's the start of Jinpachi. We're gonna be seeing Jinpachi, Inpachi. I thought that was a J. What is Inpachi? Huh. So, we're gonna be seeing this guy a lot. He's gonna be showing up a lot. So, he's a machine. 1600, 1900 machine. He's okay. Honestly, he's okay. Give me a second, if you will. Yeah, is it, like, this is where we start getting, like, lore or monsters. I think Inpachi is the first one half lore. If this card is summoned, target 1 face-up monster off the field, it loses 800 attack. Dark Zeroid has uses, really. It does have uses, but like... Oh, wait. It's a fiend, and it's dark. This could be pretty good in, oh, does Dawn Saluk have lore? Okay. So, Dark Zeroid, yeah, this is kind of a little bit nastier in a fiend and dark deck, honestly. Who's messaging me? 1 second. New Doria. I don't remember New Doria. He was a different card becoming... Oh, really? Destroying battle set graveyard, target 1... I mean, it's kind of like a Mania bug, kinda. Give me just a second again. He's not back yet. Hellformer. Can I please special summon for the graveyard? Okay. I can enter your opponent's battle phase with this card in the graveyard because it was destroyed by battle. Make your opponent discard 1 random card. This card must be in the graveyard and resolve this effect. Yeah, I don't think Health Homer's too good. Oh no, we're getting for Gravekeepers. We're getting for Gravekeepers. Special summon one Gravekeeper monster with 1500 or less add from your deck. So, 2000 defense is pretty good, in all honesty. It's pretty good. It sucks now. Yeah, there's better ways to deal with it, but 2000 defense, pretty solid, honestly. This card summon inflict 500 damage on your opponent. I mean, it's okay for a burn deck. It's okay. One second. Gravekeepers have better things to do. Yeah, they have better things to be doing than burn. Gravekeeper's Guard. Target one monster your opponent controls, return that target to the hand. I mean, it's okay. It's 1900 defense, too, which, I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible. A heavy control deck. Gravekeeper Spear Soldier. If this card acts as a defense monster, it does very Meteor Crush. So that's not awful either, but like, you're gonna be... It looks like the Gravekeepers have to be all Spellcasters and Dark. So if you run a Spellcaster Dark type deck, it might work better. Yeah. Yeah, they're all like Spellcasters and Dark. Any valid damage this does, your opponent is treated as effect damage. Huh? What does that even mean? I don't get it. Give me a second. Give me just a second. Yeah, we have got their field spell, which is coming up. It is coming up. I'm probably not going to get the next set today. Because, you know, I actually have something to do at 6 o'clock now. During each player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, or monster effect that can make them discard when it resolves, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and negate the activation if you do. Is he mean? Is he mean? I guess it does prevent stuff from happening pretty easily. Give me just a second, if you will. Ah! You want back row destruction? Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second. Give me just a second. I'm double checking stuff real quick. I think Gravekeeper's Chief was a big guy, was he? You can only control one face-up Gravekeeper's Chief. Your graveyard is unaffected by Necro Valley. When this card's tribute summon, you can target one Gravekeeper. Yeah, he basically allows you to just keep summoning more Gravekeepers from the graveyard. I mean, you do have to tribute for him. But, I mean, if you're running a Gravekeeper deck, you probably have stuff for Dark and Spellcasters anyway. I don't know if he's the boss of Gravekeepers. He probably is. He's super rare. You contribute 1 Gravekeeper monster. Oh God. Oh no. I can see loots with this guy. This guy could probably loot some stuff with Gravekeepers. Ugh. I don't know what kind of loots, but he could probably loot a lot. When this card declares attack while Necrophaly's on the field, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls to change their battle position. That's not bad. It works nicely if you're targeting like a high attack monster with low defense. Not bad. A man with Jack. I don't know how you say that. With Jack? When you normal summon this card during each your scale 5 phase, select 1 set card from your opponent's side field. Pick it up and look at it, and return it to its original position. Yeah. This card kinda sucks, honestly. I feel. One second. One second. Another one of your water cards. Mystical Knight of Jackal. Is this the guy I think? When this card destroying 1 monster on your opponent's cycle field, sends it to graveyards from soul value. You can return it. Okay. So, this card is mean. This card could be very mean. Just be like, oh, you have a weak monster? I'm just gonna keep sucking it back off with your deck. Constantly. Constantly. And you're just gonna keep drawing this card forever. This card is mean. This card is honestly really mean. You basically... Yeah. Yeah, you basically just lock their hand down. If they have 1 monster left on the field, and they have, like, no way of stopping attacks, you basically win the duel. Because they can't do anything. They basically can't do anything, and for some reason my frames drop. Okay, OBS. Give me just a second. A cat of ill omen. He's not banned. He's actually not. Choose 1 trap card from the deck and place it on top of the deck, or if Necrophaly's off the add that trap in your hand instead. I mean, it adds the trap in your hand for free. Okay. Why are you dropping frames now? Really? You're gonna act up now? Stop it. Get some help. YouTube or ISP, whichever one is causing problems. Whichever one of you is causing problems, I'm gonna wait a second. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And it's fine the higher past week. I feel like it's YouTube. I don't know. You'll be sick. Oh. Is this the water card that you were talking about? If this card is destroyed by battle, set the graveyard, destroy the monster that destroyed this card. It's pretty decent for a water card. It's kind of like a Mania bug, but for water. Really? Winged Sage Falcos. When this card destroys an opponent's face-up half monster with Malesense Grave. Bro! Another one of these? You broke this together with, like, Jackal, and that's kinda, Mama Grizzly can special summon that and usually stops attacks, yeah. This guy can be a little bit mean. An Owl of Luck. Select one field spell card, replace it. If never values on the field, you can act or select a spell. Oh. Oh. This card is actually pretty good. Like, even in a offhand deck, like, if you're running like a water deck or like a warrior deck or any kind of deck, this card is kind of nice. This card is kind of nice for any deck, because it lets you get your field spell card next. It's honestly not super bad. Yeah, Terraforming, I don't remember. Did we see Terraforming yet? I don't think we saw that card yet. Charm of yeah. During each player, either player's turn, you can discard this card and help end phase. Gravekeeper's monsters you control cannot be destroyed. I mean, it's okay for, Gravekeepers, I guess. Makes it so that they don't die. But I don't know if you could be using it that much. Cobra Jar. Special summon one poisonous snake token. Reptile type Earth, 3 stars. About 1200 attack, 1200 defense. When the poisonous snake token is destroyed, resolve about inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life point. This is okay for a burn deck, because it gives you an extra monster on the field when this card dies, basically. I don't know if the special summon means it goes into half mode. It might not be as great, but, I mean, you know, it's not super bad. Here's my homie. Here's my dude. This is my savior. Cannot be destroyed by battle. After result from the card effect, that card discuss face-up card, destroy this card. When this card inflicts battle damage and your opponent by direct act, discard one random card from their hand. So, the fact that he can't be destroyed by battle is what makes him so great. I use this guy in my stall deck all the time. He is the MVP of my stall deck. Because if you can't kill him, I mean, you know... if you can't kill him, he's just gonna block you forever. He's an amazing tank. He is the best tank, really. And it makes it so that your opponent might want to use like an Axe of Despair on him just to get rid of him, you know? He's a very, very useful monster. Nightmare Horse. Give me just a second, if you will. Nightmare Horse. This card can act your opponent's life points directly. Okay. It's not one of those hyper cards, which, I mean, if you're running like, if you're running a, like, direct life point deck thing, then what? This card is not destroyed your soul battle. Destroy this card when it is hard hit by your opponent by an effective spell, trap, or effect. This card can act your opponent's life points directly. If this card successfully act... So it's like a combination of, Nightmare Horse and Spirit Reaper. Okay. But, like, I don't think you really ever want to do that. I don't think you really ever want to do that. Dark Detonator. Declare one monster card name. Declare card that's in your opponent's deck. Add one of that card in your opponent's hand. What? Okay. This card seems awful. Card Shuffle. Pay 300 life points to use this card's effect. Shuffle either your or your opponent's deck. You can only use this effect during your turn once per turn. Meh? That doesn't really seem that great. It seems kinda useless, honestly. Reasoning! Shotgun Shuffle. Your opponent declares a monster level from 1 to 12. Excavate cards from the top of your deck and you excavate a monster that can be normal summon set. And if that monster is the same level as one declared by your opponent, send all excavated cards to the graveyard. If not, special summon the excavate. It's unlimited, but limited in that one. Yeah, this card's kinda nasty. Dark Room of Nightmares. Each time your opponent takes damage from a card effect except Dark Room of Nightmare, inflict 300 damage on your opponent. This card can be kinda nasty if you get a couple of these out with a burn deck. Oh, she's Japan, she's US, gotcha, okay. This card can be kinda decent for a burn deck. I mean, 300 damage isn't much, but like, it adds up. It adds up. And imagine if you have 3 of these out, you use like, something that does 500 damage. Well, now it can hit 900 more damage. I mean, it does take up room on your side of the field, but you know. Banish one card from your deck face down after this card's activation and remains on the field. Destroy this card during your second scale phase after activating this card, and if you do, add the banish card in your hand. I remember using this card. Yeah, I remember using because it just basically gives you a free card after 2 turns. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna pick Gravity Bind, and I'm gonna add it in my hand after the second turn, or you know, whatever you really need at the time, you know? And here is the big card, Necro Valley. All Gravekeeper monsters gain 500 attack defense. Cards in the graveyard cannot be banished. Negate any card defense that will move a card in the graveyard in a different place. Negate any card defense that changes types of attributes. Yep, this is where we start getting these type of really dumb stuff for specific monsters. And it makes Gravekeepers even stronger, which, you know... Oh! I see it here forming here. Buster Rancher. Only a monster from an attack of 1,000 or less can be equipped with this card. During damage calculation, increase the attack of the equipped monster with this card by 2,500. If the opponent's monster that battles it is in the attack position and its attack is 2,500 or more. Or if the monster's that battles it defends and its defense is 2,500 or more. You can have 2 field spells active now? That's new! This card, I don't know about this card. It feels very, I don't know if that card's really useful. Yeah, Hieroglyph Lithograph. Pay 1,000 life points. During the current duel, your hand side limit becomes 7. I mean... it's not really that useful. Yeah, you don't really need that. Dark Snake Syndrome. During each of your scale 5 phase, inflict damage to both players. The damage begins at 200 and is doubled during each of your scam. I think I remember using this at one point. I think I remember using this, and, it gets wild when you have multiples of these out. It gets really, really wild. Yeah, it gets very disgusting. Someone's going to die. Burn decks get a really, really big buff. And terraforming. What did this do again? Act 1, oh, yeah, terraforming's super good. Terraforming is amazing. Just have... Oh, it's limited now. You can only use one of it. Probably for good reasons. Because of layer field spells. Manner of Courage. All monsters you control gain 200 attack during your battle phase only. Mystic Mind. Gotcha. I'm not sure about this card. This card kinda sucks. Metamorphosis. Should be one monster, special summon one fusion monster from your fusion deck with the same level as contributed monster. Oh. It's banned. This card's actually banned. I can understand why. That can lead to some really disgusting stuff. Royal Tribute. If you control Necro Valley, both players discard any monsters in their hand. Yuck. That sounds a little yuck. Reversal Quiz. Oh. I think I remember using this on the gambling deck. Send all cards in your hand in your field and graveyard. Call either card, spell, trap, or monster on top of your deck. If you call it right, it stings your current life points with your opponent's current ones. Yeah, this is a gambling card deck. I remember seeing this in anime, too. Boy, hey, does this song give you PTSD? Are you getting PTSD from this song? I am. I'm getting a lot of PTSD from this song. Please, leave me alone, Ho-Ho Fantasy. I don't want to work on you anymore. Coffin Seller. Each time a monster sent in your opponent's graveyard, inflict 300 damage on your opponent. So here's more, Room of Nightmares shenanigans. And here's the thing. Actus and, like, say, the, Scarab or Beetle, you know, the one that flips, got to flip, up to destroy a monster or a spell trap. Yeah, it gets really disgusting. Curse of Aging. Discard one card from your hand. Decrease the active defense of all monsters on your opponent's card side of the field by 500 until the end of the turn. Meh. Not really that useful, I find. Not really that useful at all. This card. Everyone wanted to run this card against me. Activate only when the card's effect that would inflict damage to you is activated. Your opponent takes the damage instead. People ran this card against me all the time. Like, all the time. All the time. It's not great, but people hate my deck so much that they would run this card against me, like, all the time. Raigeki Braid. It's like a mini Raigeki. Discard one card, can target one card on the field and destroy it. Sapo. Get lightning. Yeah, if it works, it works. I've died to it before, so you know. Raigeki Braid's not bad. It got limited to one. It's unlimited now. Narrow Pass. This card can only be activated when both players have 2 monsters or less off their field. Both players can only normal summon up to 2 additional monsters on their sides of the field. I'm not a big fan of this card, really. Yeah, this card kinda isn't that great. Disturbing Strategy. Your opponent suffers spirit higher hand who can get and draws the same number of cards. I don't know how useful that actually is, really. I don't know how useful that is. It's reload but worse. Yeah, I was trying to fake on it. I was just like, not really that great. Trap before the Razor. I like how this guy is not wearing anything over here. You can only activate this card when the effect that inflicts damage and your life points is activated, except battle damage. Negate the effect damage you receive and your opponent then selects 1 card from the hand that discards it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. This card kind of seems not that good. Rite of Spirit. Target 1 Gravekeeper monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. This card's effect and activation are unaffected by Necrovalley. So this is just something you use in a Gravekeeper deck. Like, outright. Like, it's just a Gravekeeper card. Alright, we should be close to being done, yeah. Non-aggression area. You can only activate this card during your scale 5 phase, discard 1 card from your hand. Your opponent cannot normal summon, set, or special summon during his or her next turn. I mean... It's a stalled card, but like... Yeah, they probably have much better support at this point. Give me a second. D-Tribe. Is that Demon Tribe or Dragon Tribe? All monsters on your side feel treated as dragon types until the end of the turn. Meh. It's kinda useless. Geyser Sock. If this card is summoned, return all set cards off the field to hand. What? And you have a tribute for this guy? It has to be used for Dragon Capture Jar? Ah. But seriously, this guy sucks, I feel. This guy kinda really sucks. Give me a second. Question. Oh, is this another one? When activate this card, your opponent cannot check cards in graveyard. Your opponent calls the name of the first monster found at the bottom of your graveyard. If they call it right, the monster is removed from play. If they call it wrong, the monster is special summoned in your side of the field. Set, yeah, I know it includes set monsters. Oh god, yeah, yeah, okay, never mind, that is kind of disgusting. This card is very memey. Would this go in a gambling deck? It's kind of a gamble. It's kind of a gamble. Yeah, it's not really super great. Why is this an ultra rare? Rope of Life, if I recall, was pretty good. When the monster is destroyed by battle sent in your graveyard, discard your entire hand, -1. Target one of those monsters, special summon it, and if you do, it gains 800 attack. This is like... Oh! Wait. You have to discard at least one card. You have to at least discard one card in order to do this. So you can just discard one random monster and just summon it, huh? Oh, and this can trigger discard effects too. This could just... This card's kinda nasty. Nightmare Wheel. Activate this card for targeting one monster your opponent controls. It cannot act or change its battle position. When it leaves the field, destroy this card. Once per turn during your scale 5 phase, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. That monster must be off the field to activate. He's not banned. So this is like a that paralysis potion from Metal Raiders, but with the additional effect of doing damage. So this is actually kind of scary. This actually does quite a bit of stuff. And here's the fun thing. Imagine throwing the next card. Imagine using this with the next card. Lava Golem. My boy, the Lava Golem. You cannot normal summon or set this monster. It has to be special summoned from your hand to your opponent's field by triggering 2 monsters they control. You cannot normal summon set turn you special summon this card. Once per turn during your scale 5 phase can take 1,000 damage. So, combine this card with like Nightmare Wheel, and with like say Gravity Bind, and like the one card that limits how many monsters your opponent can summon, and it gets disgusting, dude. It gets really disgusting. Lava Golem is your solution to like Jinzo. If your opponent has like Jinzo or anything that negates stuff on the field, Lava Golem will help a lot. And that, my friends, is Pharaonic Guardian. I don't think I have enough time to do Magician's Force. Yeah, not many cards. I don't remember anybody else doing what he does. Do I want to risk trying to do Magician's Force right now? I have like an hour before, you know, before the stream. Do I want to risk it? What do you think, Kate? Because this is probably going to take an hour, hour and a half to get through all of this. Honestly, I'm going to call it there for today. I'm going to call it there for today, just to save myself. If I had started at 3 o'clock, instead of 3:30, I may have tried this. I got thrown off by the music. I was like, what? Who's talking? Who's speaking to my brain? But, yeah, we will call it there for today. Next time, I'll have to edit the title. Next time, I will probably only do this set, too. Because I'm sure we got a lot to talk about with this set. There's my buggy. I see a buddy of mine. Let me see, how many people or cards did I use here? I remember. I see... one. I don't remember if I used that or not. I only see one so far. I think I only... Oh, there's that guy. Okay, never mind. I see another one that I use in another deck. Right now, for my Gravity Bind deck, I only see one that I use. Like, I'm not seeing anything else in this set that I actually used a lot. Yeah, I think it's only one card in this entire set that I used in a Gravity Bind deck. Also, Dark Magician Girl is the secret rare. Is this the first time she showed up, or did she show up in a structure deck, I wonder? I don't remember where she first showed up at. Anyways, we're gonna call it there for today. I think that is all. I will say, until next time, everyone, whenever that may be, yeah, the horny magician card that everyone loves. Until next time, we will talk about this set next time, so I'll catch you guys then, whenever that may be.